So can you introduce yourself and share your background before joining Global Art?
Okay, I work in a bank before this. So we have like 15, 16 years of the experience in bank. So I'm more focused on consumer banking. So which is we study customer behavior. So that from there we will know that what type of customer they are suitable for the loan, for the lending. Then we'll provide the facility to the customer or the consumer. Okay, so for the 15, 16 years, I'm doing the same thing. So our job is always we need to make the profit for the company because it's a bank, right? So everything must be dollar sign. Everything must be profitable. If it's not profitable, then we are not going to do. So for the past 15, 16 years, we are always study customer background. What make customer to overspend? What make customer that they don't want to spend? Why they don't want to use our card? So we keep study all this things.
So like there's changes like before you take over this center kan, the first thing that you experience is just one of the like financial right before you, after you take your life because
So you see why we want to take up this education line, right? Because from the study for the past 15, 16 years, you can see that education is one of the most safest or one of the most low risk industries in Malaysia compared with other industries. Like example, if you see like during COVID right, we tighten our loan to all the consumer, but we are not tighten the loan to the education line. We still like provide all the facility to those who work in education, like teacher, principal, all those who want to open center, open for the school, open for university, we still will provide the facility to them. But you see like aviation, like for the hotel, we all will cut all these facility to them because all these are quite high risk industry. So education for the past 15, 16 years is always in a grow progress.
Okay, since you don't come from an art background, what inspired you to enter the art education industry?
Yeah, so when we compare with, because I for the past 15 years, I work in a bank, I'm not in any of other industry. So for the franchise is always the safest place to go. But in Malaysia, right, 90% of the franchise actually is, they are more on F&B. Okay, they are not on education, they are not on other industry. They are 90% are all more on F&B. But F&B, you can see that they can be hype. They can be like suddenly after a few months, nobody want to eat. They will change their appetite. So from time to time they will change. But for the education, it's always the low risk because education from young until to low, you still need to spend the money on the education.
Okay, so like this is another question. So like, what made you choose Global Art specifically as your franchise business? Because there's others franchise, right? So
So you can see in so many franchise, Global is one of the most established franchises, and it has been in Malaysia for 30 years. This year is 30 years already, and you can see not only in Malaysia, they also expand in other countries. So currently we have like 23, 24 countries in worldwide, and we have like 650 centers. So you can see that when the management, they can manage more than 600 centers. So you know that everything is quite in very structured way. Everything is followed SOP. So you know that all the students they come in to learn, they can get something.
okay. So in terms of business and also transition, so like what were your biggest challenges when starting without an art background?
For the business, right, because even if I start for F&B, I start for any other thing, there will be a challenge. So when the first thing when we come in, we need to solve the thing that I don't know. So the thing that I don't know is teacher, the art, which I don't have any knowledge about that. So we need to solve that. So we need to hire the talent to come in to solve the problem. So you see, my strength is more on marketing, management. Then the one I can do it myself. But for other things, if you don't have if the thing we know that is our weakness, then we need to find the talent to solve that.
This questions, like how do you adapt and learn about the art education field? Like in terms of like how did you transition from literally like from working for a bank and then into like art education center? Like how is it for you?
Bank and art is totally two different industries.
Yeah.
Bank is like we don't talk with human. We study human, but we do not really talk with them. We always will check their transition. So like if you are deal with bank, we always check your record, check your transaction, check your thing. So we not really deal with human. So we check their numbers. Everything is based on numbers. But in art industry, everything is based on sense. Meaning that you need to have the sense to be more human. So we talk with the student, we communicate with the student, we communicate with the parents. So everything must be more communicated. So if the student improve, the parent will tell you. Then immediately you can feel the progress. So the thing that we get is totally different.
Okay. What skills from your previous experiences help you succeed in this business?
Okay, so when doing banking, we always talk about risk. Okay, so we need to know that how big is the risk for this industry. So we always try to minimize the risk and the cost. Okay, so in example, we try to minimize all the costs and we try to minimize all the risk so that everything can be more sustained and the business can be run longer, even if it's not in a good economy or in a good trend.
Okay. So, like, what skills? What does a typical day look like for you as a franchise owner?
Okay, so normally for the our peak season is always on weekend. So because they will come after their regular school time, so they'll come on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So on weekday, Monday, Tuesday, we will start to review all the student artwork, see whether from time to time we compare their artwork, whether they are improved or not, what is their weakness. So we need to have a meeting with all the teachers to see what we can help the student to improve. Then from there, we also we need to do a lot of marketing work and all the promotion work on weekdays, so that they can the parent can see the progress from the social media. Then we also need to recruit all the students from the social media.
Okay, so in terms of managing an art center, how do you ensure quality teaching if you are not personally teaching art?
So this is a good question. So we have a few layers of the monitoring to ensure that the quality is always there. First, we need to check from teacher. So after the teacher complete their work, we need to recheck again among peers. So peers and peers will be checked among themselves, make sure that they have hit certain quality. Then the second will be we will ask the student to go for an exam in Robot to ensure that they get a certain level. And third, we also will encourage them to go for competition or go for other events to ensure that their level is competitive in the competition also.
Okay, so like what type of qualities do you look for when hiring an art instructors?
Okay, we have because in our center, right, we have like students from 3 years old until like 18 years old, 19 years old who are taking for SPM, IGCSE or even PU level. So there's a quite different when we want to take a teacher who guide a 3 years old student and a 18 years old student. For 3 years old or for the small kids, they not really require many skills. They not require like all the art skills, but we need to more communicate with them. We need to ask them to be more creativity, so that we need to hire those teachers who can speak a lot, who can more patient to talk with the small kids. For the junior. For elder one, we need to ensure that they have the creativity, they have the innovation to build their own idea. Because for the elder student, for those students like 15, 16 years old or the pre-U student, they really have their own idea. So we need to boost their level to come up with their own idea of the goal.
Okay, so like, what about the special needs kids?
For the special needs kids, we have a teacher who guide the special needs kids. So for the one, we need to know what the parents want, because special needs kid is quite unique. Every kid, they have their different needs and different challenge. So we need to talk a lot with the parents and the kids to see what their goal in short term and long term. So if let's say the parents, they have a short term, they want to let the kids can hold back. Then for the short term, for the short period, we need to train them for a certain skill.
Okay, so what do you create? How do you create a positive and also creative environment for the students?
Okay, so everyone have their strength and weakness. So if you see that the teacher or the team member, there's something that can be improved, then we need to remind them. Okay, we need to remind them and we need to let them know what is the purpose that we are doing this task. Okay, every task have their purpose and their goal. So we need to explain to the teacher or the team member that every task, what is the goal that behind every task. So that when they understand everything, then they will know why we want to do that.
Okay, so in terms of personal growth and also perspective, like how was this journey changed? How has this journey changed you personally or like professionally? It's like your daily life.
Okay, so we can see that in daily life, right, we will be more cheerful, we'll be more
Stressful.
yeah, actually it's more stressful. But okay, but it's not related to the topic. In daily life, we'll be more. I mean, we are more happy when we can see all the kids growing. Because when you work in a bank, the money you grow doesn't mean you really earn from the consumer. Maybe you are helping the bank to earn money, but maybe the consumer is not happy because you are taking the money from the consumer. But in art industry, the money that they pay, you want to make sure that they are worth it. So normally they will share with us they are happy in paying the money. So this one is different with bank. In bank they pay extra doesn't mean they're happy because maybe we are penalty them.
True. Okay, so like, what has been your proudest moment as a franchisee so far?
Okay, for in Setiawangsa, this center is already in here for 15 years already. Okay, so we take 1 year. Already cover 14 years of the sales. So meaning that in 1 year's time, we already break those previous principles. We take 14 years to create the numbers. So in 1 year time, we already create the numbers. So before that, nobody looked good in this center because this center is not there in a strategic location. Okay, but after like we taking for 1 year, then everyone will be quite surprised. They see why this center can be so successful in the short term. Because even in Malaysia, right, we have like 170 center. For those center who have like 100 students, it's not more than 10% or 20%. Yeah, so it's quite challenge for them to hit more than 100 students. Like for now, we have like 150 students at the moment. So in like after like 6 months time, then the history really call us to get we can prepare for another center because they know that the way we manage the team is in a correct pathway. So they encourage to go for the second one. So in 1 year, we also opened the second center, which is Bandar Seri Putra Bangi. So in not more than 5 months, now we also have currently we have 40 students. So it's in a good progress.
Okay, so what advice would you give to someone who wants to start a business outside their field of expertise?
We need to try everything. We need to try. We don't know which one is doable for the in the market. So everything we need to try. We need to try and error. So every small step, every decision, we need to try and see the result. So I asked my team also. Everything if you want to try, you just try it. Maybe you try 100 times, then only one can be success. But we still we need to try every day, every week, every moment.
Okay. So, what do you think is the biggest misconception about running an art education center?
In most of the art center, most of the teachers they are principal or they are most of the center they have the background of art. So meaning that most of the principal actually they know how to draw, they know how to color everything. Okay, but once we come into this industry, actually the more important is you need to communicate with all the parents. You need to know what the parents, why they bring the kids to come into the art center. Okay, it's not every student they want to be more very skillful in art. Maybe they just want to reduce the screen time. Maybe they just want to be more focused in the class. So we need to know that what the parents need, then we will be more succeed.
Okay, last question. What are your future plans for your Global Arts Center? For both Setiawangsa and also Bandar Seri Putrajaya?
Okay, so we always will come up with different type or different of activity for all the different students. For some of students, we notice that they want to go for higher level. They want to go for national competition, they want to go for international competition. Then we need to train them to be more professional in terms of art. Okay, so they also some of the students they prepare for some national exam, SPM, IBCSE. So we need to have the teacher who can guide them for those level. And for those who special needs, we also need them to give them a special education or special guidance to ensure that to achieve what the parents want. We can see the trend that for the special needs is increasing from year to year. So, but we don't have many specialized in this industry. So we try to guide the student in our way. Okay, because most of the therapy is more on therapy. But if you want to talk about special needs and art, it's not that many teachers we have this special needs.
Okay, this is like an outside question. So like last year you got the Star Center Award, right? So you're like trying to get for that award.
Yeah,
for
we
this
last
year
year
also.
we get the Star Center Award. The one is based on the parents' review. Yeah, so this year we are looking for not only for Star Center Award. Actually, we are looking for 4 awards, which I told the team earlier. We're looking for one is the Star Award is based on parents' review. So the one we are quite confident because we are on the teacher are doing the right thing. So normally the feedback will be quite positive. So the one is I can say is already in our hand. The award is already in our hand. We also aim for another award which is the top 20 awards, top 20 center, which until today, now it's already May. We are still among the top 20.
So are you like for the top 20? Are you focusing for this center or Bandar Seri
We are aiming for this center.
So
We're aiming for this center for top 20 because we already have the track record, good track record since last year. And since earlier of this year, we are always in the top 5. But until today, we are still in top 20. Yeah, but it's not. This one is not that easy because most of the centers they operate for 10 years, 20 years already. So it's not easy to get this top 20. But we are aiming for this top 20. And we are also aiming for another award, which call it emerging award, which is for those franchisees who just opened in 2 years that can perform. So we are one of the candidates for this awards also. So far, yeah, we are still in the list. So far, we are still in the list. And we also have aimed for one of the best franchisee for this year. It's quite far from our target, but we are still, it's also one of our aim. So we are aiming for the 4 awards, which I think I will share all the awards with the teacher. So I already told my teacher. So if you have, because normally the awards we will get like somewhere around October. So in October we already roughly know that who are the winners. So if we got all this award, those who the award will be good to teacher lah. So I will ask the teacher to go on stage. It's not me. I will leave one for me, for myself, because there's one they need to give this. So the one I will keep it for my own. But the rest, if you win any of them, then the teacher will go on stage.
Okay. Another question. So in terms of like, there will be like a national art competition under Global Art this August, right? So you're sending around 30 students, I think, 30 students. 80% from Setiawangsa and like 20% from Global Badan Putra, right? So like, what are your plans in terms of training them and their schedule?
For the national competition, it's a good platform for them to prepare. So we are not see the result, but we want to see the preparation. So the preparation can be pushed the student to another level, because most of the students, they need to have their own idea to how to draw with the team, which is this team is my best gift. So they need to have the idea, they need to have the creativity, imagination, how to draw not only coloring, they also need to draw. This will be their first task. The second task will be they need to compete in the time frame, which is they must compete in 2 hours or 2.5 hours. So this will be another challenge for them. So if they can prepare all these things before the competition, this will be a good milestone for them. It will be a good achievement for them. So when during for the competition, if they get any of the prize, they get any of the award, then will be extra bonus for them.
Okay. I think that is all. They will finish up the interviews. Thank you very much for your interest and also helping us making this interview comes to life. So thank you for that.
Thanks, Nadia. Thank you.